Tonight, we have the coming together of the East and the West in terms of the leaders of education.
对，我现在今天晚上跟大家说，就非常欢迎你们就到我们家里。像今天晚上我们西方还有东方就好像在融合，我们就再见面。
Here to my right sits Superintendent Richard Martinez. He's like the king. That's how I can say it.
第一位就是马丁内先生，他是这个区的，今天学校是在他的区，他是总经。
There's no little king. So the school you saw is one of the many kingdoms of the school district.
对，你们今天的学校是他的这个区里面是一个学校而已。
学校很多。
And Francis know exactly what I'm saying, so you can translate exactly like that. And you know, you met already the vice principal.
对，你们已经跟副校长见面。
And you also met the wonderful, young, beautiful principal.
还有我们的校长，一些校长。
It's a deed. And so there are other wonderful people. Really, this is when I'm saying leaders of education. I'm not talking about leaders of information dispensation. I'm talking about people who touch the hearts and lives of community members, the students, and change the world for a better place. That's what I'm talking about.
他说的就唯一的不是有一些这个领袖的这个教育领袖的，而且他们的这个影响对社会更深，在心里。
So tonight we are having. I hope you enjoyed your dinner.
吃的吃完好，吃的好吗？
太好了。
太好。
Well, I'm glad because we were worried that what food would be most likable to you, and I'm glad it was a success.
对，他有担心你们会不会喜欢他选择的一些菜。Sorry.
Big Joe and I, we put together a little bit of program for you, right, Mr. Martinez, to come and share with us some of the wisdom he has about this wonderful school.
I'd like to thank you for the entertainment. That's what we need at the end of the day to reflect. Music calms us. It calms me. It's the ability to be able to kind of lower your blood pressure, put your thoughts in perspective. I want to thank Keyvan for her commitment to making an effective change in our school district, but in the world. I believe that students that we have in our system, the students at Palomares Academy, will become doctors. I believe they will be leaders. I believe they may be in your country, serving and supporting your country and your people. And for them to learn how to, one, treat others, and how to be happy with whatever circumstance you have. And that's something that's really important to me, the relationships that we make and the support that we can provide. I want to make sure that we contribute in a positive way, but not for self-gain. It's really about making sure others are happy, and I'm glad you said that. The students that are at Palomares, they're hurting. Many of them have many serious issues with very serious problems. Many of our students from Palomares don't live at home. They live in foster care. Many students have seen trauma. Many students have seen death in their family, through murder, through very serious crimes. That's who I serve. That's who we have in our system. I happened to be one of those students. I was a student that was in foster care. I was a student that did not get raised by my parents. I was removed by the police from my home along with all my brothers and sisters. And it was people like Keyvan that entered my life that reminded me that those circumstances shouldn't dictate how you live your life every day. That you still have opportunity to grow, to affect change, to be positive, to be happy. And one thing I cannot do, I can't make that woman unhappy. I cannot make her mad. Not that I've tried, but there have been circumstances that I would be very angry. And she did not give up on our systems and our bureaucracies. And that's what I've learned, because those issues do come around us, those bureaucracies and those matters that may anger us, but we don't let that anger overcome us. So we worry about the whole child, but we do more than just worry. We empower young children. We empower our staff so they can empower others. I look at the happiness of these two women. They're smiling all the time. That is real. That is genuine. The care that they provide our students in need is critical, because one thing I learned is when a hurt child, hurt children, hurt child, hurt children, hurt people, hurt people. And I know I'm sounding redundant, but that is something that I don't want to continue. I want to break that cycle. So whatever we need to do in our system to empower children, teachers, administration, partners. Keyvan, for me, was an angel sent from God to me, to our system. She's not looking for money. She doesn't need money. She has something to offer, and she's not looking for anyone to give her money. She'll take money. She uses it for our students. But it's not the one that's going to keep her from moving forward. So I appreciate what you do, Keyvan, and what your husband has allowed you to do, because a partner to let you give up your time instead of spending the time with him and actually making money, because you have a very brilliant woman who could make money teaching at the university or providing therapy to highly respected clients that could pay big money. No, she comes to Pomona, where no one can pay. No one has the money to pay, and she supports us. So I thank you for recognizing and coming to the place that, for me, changes lives. Palomares Academy, Pomona, and you'll see these students, if you remember their names. They will be leaders in our world. They will be doctors. And they came from broken places, but they didn't let that dictate how their future was going to go. So thank you, Keyvan, and thank you. Thank all of you.
Given the opportunity to host such time for our people who are equally interested in the ways that we can become connected. We've been very fortunate as a school to have other like-minded, warm, loving people who, like Mr. Martinez said, could have gone to any other district. And so I'm extremely grateful for the work that these ladies, these women come and do with our children. It's a very small school, as you saw today, but the impact is so wide, and we might not even ever know the full extent that this program and the Caring Women facilitate the program are going to have on our community. That's the beauty of it. We really won't know how far it's going to reach. It's infinite, and when why it's so exciting is because you're coming to see and learn more about it, you know, that's exponential. And so then it can really, our reach can go just really across the globe. And what I shared with Keyvan as we talked about how this would look at our school, and we really wanted our school to be a magnet so that we don't have to go further than, you know, our community to provide a safe place, a warm place, and a loving place for all of our children to go to. Everybody deserves that. So I thought that she made a wonderful point, bringing up the research from Dartmouth about, you know, is it hardwired to be connected? That we are connected. We have two basic needs: to be connected to each other, and then to be connected with a higher sense of purpose. And if our purpose is to, you know, without trying to one belief superseding the other, to have a common, just for the sense of humanity, you know, I'm just in awe. Really, I'm truly in awe of the good work that could come out of this, and the bright young minds and the bright young people. We are, by occupation, here to shape the minds of our students with academic knowledge, but our occupation is to serve our students and to serve our community, so that we have young people who can then communicate that with the generations to come. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Just so that I would be absolutely doing the justice, you know that there is no way any of us can make anything without supporting each other. So I just want to ask all the wonderful people that are lifting this whole weight, just to come for a second so everybody can see, because I tell you, there is no way I could do anything without constant consultation, support. Okay. So these are the wonderful team that we consult together 5 to 6 hours a week just to put together this ongoing, unfolding program, because it has to be live. It cannot be a curriculum that you force the kid to fit in it. It just doesn't happen that way. So I want to say thank you. For unity and oneness, and I hope that you enjoy the metaphors in this beautiful passage, all the different metaphors.
May you become as the waves of one sea, stars of the same heaven, fruits adorning the same tree, roses of one garden, in order that through you the oneness of humanity may establish its temple in the world of mankind.
That makes the power of this song so much more. This was the one when Richard mentioned that how we grow up. I just wanted to tell you this song, this passage is from Abdul Baham. This picture is over there. Abdul Baham spent from age 8 till he was 40 years old. He was in Palestine in the prison of the Ottomans of Persian government because of his ideas about oneness. And when he came out, 1912, and came to the United States, he looked like that. He was an old man. But yet in every university, every synagogue, every church, every mosque, he raised the voice of oneness for all humanity, because we should be able to accomplish it. This is the time. And this is why our program is successful.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
And this is one of those sometimes that there's no words to describe the feeling, right? We talked about things happen, we think about it, and how do we feel about it, and then when it comes to the end, it ends with the action, which was the lesson of today that we learned in your empowerment class. And then here we are in the moment ourselves, with an experience of something has happened here. And I know that what has happened today, this evening, with the East and the West and the South and the North all coming together at a point of convergence, is not a moment that can be repeated. I know tonight, when tonight passes, yet I know that we must take the moment and make it last by spreading the kind of feeling and ending with action of what this whole experience means for us individually and collectively as one mankind. That's my experience and feeling about sitting here enjoying from music, from food, to the spirit of friendship, and all of that together combined. It is not something that I can put in words, but I do know this. When it comes back to the end of the cycle of what you taught us today, Keyvan, which is action. And it reminds me of words of Gandhi. Gandhi said, "Be the change you want to see." I know that what you have gone through being in the ministry, before I told you that, the barriers, the challenges, the bureaucracy, and all of that, which could have prevented a program as wonderful as what you have, an empowerment program, to happen and to benefit the children of your school, and then many more to come. Yet you made that space because you had the power and authority and that tenacity and passion to believe in something that Keyvan believes, and you made it happen. So I really thank you, because I understand the difficulty and the challenges, yet you stood by. And when you told about your personal story, that was so moving, and I come to even a higher level of understanding, because it's not professional, it's at another level. It's totally personal for you. And I think that for me, you know, that candle that we saw this afternoon about the flame, and I hope that some of you who did not see the candles that we had in the empowerment class, that was truly one of those, another special moment that not only we saw the light lit up in the youth in your class today, but I know that each of us had a candle lit today. And that candle is about a passion, about education for the world, and not just for children. We all need education, every single moment of our lives. And today is another reminder for myself that we learn each and every day. And I thank you, Keyvan. I thank you, and I thank you for opening up your school. I know that's a lot to do, to make all those kind of arrangements, and I thank you for your leadership. And I want to thank my beautiful scholars from the East. Thank you for your spirit of learning, that your willingness to open up your mind, to look at things in another way, from another angle, and may not be right for you. I know when you go home that you have your own challenges in pushing forward that frontier of change for the world. But I say, back to Gandhi's word, that you be the change you want to see in your own space, which we have evidence of that. It's so powerful. And I have been taught by my spiritual teachers that this is an example of what really is what it's about, is that we are working all toward, what you say, a higher purpose. And that higher purpose for me is really not you and me, but it's about the world. And that I have been taught peace does not come until East and West together, because we all have something to learn from each other, with each other. So we learned the words today. So powerful is the light of unity. As we work together, that unity, that it could illumine the whole world. So I thank you, Keyvan. I know you have put in a lot of labor and love your time and resources, all sorts, to put a day together for us to experience that, and I know that we shall never forget it. Thank you very much.
Your beautiful guests would like to say anything, ask any question, make any comments. It's their microphone.
各位老师有什么自己有什么感想的话，他也是请你们都能够发表。像我这样随便说说也行啊。然后这是一个很好的机会，你们有两位的话，我在可以往大家，还有今天
各位朋友，晚上好。今天非常高兴，到了一个非常新的学校，感觉是一个完全。
你要这样说，我帮你看。I'll do my best.
今天非常开心，看到了一个崭新的学校。因为在这个学校里面，我发现了一个我一直很困惑的一个问题，就是我们的教育经常是把学生分成知识，分成这个能力，分成道德，分成语文，分成数学，分成什么，就是割裂开的这样的一个教育。但是今天我看到了一个把学生看成是一个人的教育。
Okay, friends. I'm very happy about today. And what I saw today was that for the first time I've seen education not separated and segregated by just knowledge base and 知识还有abilities and virtues. But today it's more of an integrated. And look at the students as human beings.
因为在今天的中国的这个教育当中呢，我们确实是非常困惑，是面临着这样一个现象，因为我们都在把学生都肢解开来。那么我今天看到的呢，是一个真正关注学生的这个需要，关注人的这个人性的这种发展。是这样的一个教育，所以今天我看应该是非常的感动。
I'm very 再讲多一点我就记不得了。I'm very moved by what I saw, which is really education of the whole person approach, and also one of the things that she mentioned was that I saw an integrated approach in terms of looking at students. And not as a student as a number, but also as a whole person.
我和我们的这个同事们，我们都有这样一个想法，就是我们回去以后非常希望能够把这样的一种项目能够介绍到中国，因为这个项目它是一个真正关注人的一个项目。
My colleagues and I are talking that we would very much like to take this kind of a model and program back home with us, because this is the kind of program where we focus about the human spirit, not just solely on the knowledge base.
我觉得我们教授还有我们学区的领导、学校的领导都是非常具有教育的一个眼光，能够去推进这样的一种教育，这样的一个项目，也能够给我们这样一个学习的机会。所以在此也是代表我的同事们向各位领导、向教授、向校长们表示感谢，谢谢大家。
Those of you who are in the education leaders and those of you who are leaders in the community and spearheading this kind of program, we really appreciate and it's evidence about the vision you have in education, and really thank you all for the opportunity that we have had today with you.
也非常希望各位朋友们能够到中国去，非常欢迎大家去中国，我们会非常高兴的迎接大家。
We welcome you to go to China, and all of you are all welcome. The natural scenery, and there's something about the white clouds too.
Wow.
This is a Chinese song. It's actually 4 different Chinese songs that I put together. It's very famous in China, and as I start, you're going to hear everybody sing it. So, and the first time I performed it, it was in 1999, when Macau was going back to China, in Zhuhai at the public square. On that night, I was the only foreigner performing, and 10,000 people were singing with me. So this is 这是大连场中国的4首民歌，所以你们肯定知道啊。在那遥远的地方。To learn a concept and to learn the language, this one song seems to be popular here, and it was an inspiration from Chinese people. Love everyone. Don't make any differences. Don't say, oh, this one I don't like and that one. Love everyone. And so This is inspiration from China. 这是中国的一个灵感。我在中国的时候，我写小孩子的一些这个歌曲，比较简单的一些词，但是有意义的。所以好像今天Keyvan他教授的这个方法，也是这个统一的一个概念。所以这个是爱所有的人，就 love everyone. We can sing together. So this is how it goes.